How we doing, people? Rally and teach, ready to preach. It is Monday, January 26th. 26. Not bad, long sleeve, man. I'm actually surprised. The cream actually looks good on you.
As if I'm not already pasty white enough.
Oh, don't worry about it. We got two different textures here, King. You don't look like the Michelin man.
Nope, just a Polish man.
What- Oh, God.
Gotta
I'm
love
actually
my
surprised the
jeans.
sun didn't get to me too warm. The sun didn't get to me too bad today. Yeah. So, everyone, as far as updates go, let's just make sure that we're actually running this time around.
We are.
Oh, good. We're actually right there. Evening recon.
Miss Sorelli's a little beat
So,
from traveling all day. The temps are frigid in the negatives here in Michigan.
not negatives. It's just that I had to shovel like hell, and that's not always the greatest.
Oh no, I said you shoveled, and I said it's negatives here.
Yeah.
Trust me,
It's not negatives, but
I got my
I did
electric
get more.
bill, and
In fact, I got more snow in. Like, I got more snow than Michigan. God damn.
yeah, we didn't get much snow. We're getting very cold temps though,
Indeed.
and my apartment doesn't have the best. Um, why am I blanking on the word?
Doesn't have the best heating,
No, it has fine heating. It's why?
central air.
Nope. I it's the words literally on the tip of my tongue. I don't know why I'm blanking so hard on it. Um,
Baseboard heating.
no, I want to say padding, but I know that's not the correct term. The best insulation.
Insulation.
Yes, yes. I don't have the best insulation.
I was in insulation, so yes, things happen. So I actually came upon a discovery based on going through Instagram and it came into my algorithm. There is a website called Energy Drink City, which has energy drinks A to Z. And as long as it's in stock, I say as long because there's some stuff that's discontinued and will never be released again. There's stuff you can buy just one can at a time. So if there's something we cannot find in our area, and they actually give you deals on it, like if you have 4 cans, they'll sell you a 4-pack price. There's a lot of stuff on here, man, that we haven't seen at all or in a long time, or we don't wanna buy a pack of it or
There's
a
also
case of it.
a lot of smaller brands we've not heard of before on there.
Well, for example, Plug Sassy or Sarah would like this, but they have the Lost and Found brand on there. When's the last time you saw that?
I have not seen that once here.
You know, the teddy bear.
Yeah, I've seen the brand, but I it's not here in Michigan. I think that's mostly a West Coast thing.
Yeah, it was that vitamin shop for a bit. There was like this cherry lemonade, and I know she ended up liking it a lot. This is one brand I remember seeing on social media, but there was never any posts or anything about it. Remember there was Raze and they were or Raz, Raze.
I
They were
remember
trying
them.
to sell through Dollar General. A lot of those are out of stock, so it looks like that's being discontinued. A little expensive, but the Rye Sour Punch Strawberry is on there. That one is $5 a can, but I think that's worth it.
You know what's funny is that why is that one $5 a can? Why is Rise Pink Splash $5 a can?
I think it's because, Pink Splash is being, discontinued.
These prices are so weird.
They are. Now, some of them are actually practical, if I'm being honest. Because I mean, again, this is just me, but if I go to a GNC or if I go to the gas station or if I go to a vitamin shop or whatever, right? It's not outlandish for me to pay $4 for an energy drink. And if I'm only buying one instead of a case,
So
I can't say I mind.
the nice thing about this website is that if you want like a single variety of like a 12 pack, etc., for multiple different brands, it can be helpful for that. But the price of product ratio to what you normally buy online, it can be not so great. And what I mean by that, for example, is that they have what they call the build your own bundle. And for a 12 pack of cans, it is $35.99. Mind you, a lot of these, like if I went to Rise right now on Amazon, you get at least a 12 pack for 25, $30. So it
Depend on the
depends.
brand, of course.
It depends. What I'm saying is, depending if you're wanting a bunch of random odd and end single cans here and there, it could be worth it. But if you're like, I just want 12 Rise, I don't know, something, Arctic Blitz, go to Amazon.
Well, there also is other the big things for it because like around my area, I actually looked in things in my cart just to see what the hell was the fuss about everything. Like for example, I haven't seen a range strawberry apricot in my area or in my line of fire. I've seen it only twice. So if I don't have to go into every gas station within a 3-town radius to see if they have this, guess what? You tell me for 350 plus shipping, I could ignore all that convenience and have it be sent to me and part of my discount variety pack? Sign me up, brother. Sign me up.
How would you, how would you hear about this website?
Like I said, it was being advertised on Instagram in my feed. And I looked at it and I'm like, oh, whoa, 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 what?
Because that's
I
not
mean, some brands I've never heard of, some things I've never seen before, like Luke, a fan of the Rat Pack from Jimbo. He told me about A Bomb Energy. I've never seen him anywhere. This website has them. Bloom, they have it. There's a limited edition Bloom Energy Glacier Crush. And if that's going to be either a white monster or a white cherry Gatorade, sign me up.
so the reason why
Gorilla Energy, Gorilla Mind, Juvie, Lost and Found, Lucky, Rain, Monster.
the reason why I asked that is because this place has what's called sponsor bundles. And one of them is for Caffeine Man.
I'm not surprised.
So I wouldn't have been surprised if you heard them. To answer your
Although I'm not
question to
sure because
recon, we have
Caffeine
not
Man's been
tried
off YouTube for
Poggers.
months now. I'm not sure if you knew that or not. Caffeine Man's been off YouTube for months now.
He came back,
Did.
kind of,
I gotta look into this now, man,
kind
because
of.
I thought he said I might go away. This might be forever. This might be me taking a break.
No, we've not tried Poggers, and the worst that we've tried on the show in can form is easily the Liquid Death energy cans, if not Bing. In powder
No
form, it
shit.
was Glitch with an I, but Glitch with an I is not around anymore. So
Yes. So I remember seeing that video. He may have taken it down when it was like, uh, is this forever? Is this a goodbye? Am I taking a break? Whatever. But it seems like he deleted that. If I'm correct, I'm trying to find out now because this was a pleasant surprise. I'm glad he's back because I think we all missed him.
well, from my understanding is that he's not really back. He's just doing videos when he wants to do, and he's not putting in the same amount he was previously.
I
Was that
totally get it because he's like, hey, for 5 years, I this priority one, and now I'm just burnt out. And I totally get it. And not only that, but the views were not going towards him because, like, there's some views where he's got like, thousands, and then next thing you know, his next video is like 800, 1,500. And, when you're a big creator and you put a lot of time into it, his first video back, it's got 3.4 thousand. And it's comparing the Gorilla Mind red gummy fish to the Ghost Swedish fish, which again, not my cup of tea, but that's one of his favorites. Good for him, though.
The funny thing is that in the past, Relly has actually commented to him about trying to get him on the show and be a guest, and he essentially said he was too busy to uh, be on the show.
So, a guest that we've had on before who was an energy drink company, I did ask him, I'm like, did you ever send Caffeine Man a bundle of your cans? And he said he declined and he's only doing brands he likes. And this guy essentially does his own thing, does what he likes. Now, mind you, right? I I did give him a invite. I'm like, just one episode. And he goes, well, basically he sent me like two paragraphs of, I have a life outside of this. I work, X amount of hours a week. And that time around, I do not have the time to podcast, but thank you. Which I can respect that. But I mean, I think some people are just afraid to go onto other people's platforms and go to, go through the ringer. Some people don't want backstories. Some people hate harsh questions. Sorry, Rifty. I'm just seeing your thing now. My apologies. I'm not ignoring you. Recon, have we tried Poggers?
No.
We have not yet. Have not yet. I remember when they came out and they had two flavors. It looked like a meme brand when it was released. Apparently, it was a rebrand of something else. Uh, it was just a table for now, but I'm not gonna rule it out for some time in the future, personally. But you never know. There's so many things we gotta cover. For instance, Peach, you feel like you need a little bit of juice?
Yes. Pick which one you'd like first.
Oh, well, we might as well do the can, get that out of the way
Well, there's two cans.
for a proper review. Well, I don't have the Celsius Blue Raspberry in front of me, but I
Ah,
remember it like it was yesterday. So I only have this guy that is in the Frostbuddy. And like I said, this is not sponsored, but I do like the Frostbuddy. And just simply put, now I don't have the corn here, but this is just for anyone that wanted to know how this kind of went on. So teach. You see how this is a 16 ounce?
hashtag use code relentless at checkout at frostbuddy.com to save 10% off your order.
Yeah, if only, if only. But needless to say, because some people were curious, see how this is a 16 ounce?
Oh, I know how one of those bad boys work.
And for
Oh,
the
what it?
accelerator can,
Oh, where, Mr. Riley? What if I have a smaller can?
the 12 and 16 like butter. Now, the regular 12 ounce, like the soda can, the beer can, there is a insert and bottle opener built in. That's in my lunch bag right now, but I've just been rocking 12 ounces, thin 12 ounces so far. But I've been liking it, man. It's been keeping the drink cold. I actually kept this outside in the snow for a bit, keeping it a little cold because the fridge has needed some much needed room.
Now, mind you, we can't always go off of smell, but it does smell real good.
A little light.
So, for the record, we have not tried Accelerate on the show before, so to give the breakdown, your nutritional
We
facts
have
on
not?
no. I have not. Maybe you have, but I have not.
I know I have. And I think you haven't.
Nutritional facts: this can is 5 calories. 170 milligrams of sodium, zero sugar, zero protein, 80 milligrams of potassium, 16 milligrams of niacin, 1.7 milligrams of vitamin B6, 2.4 micrograms of vitamin B12, and 16 milligrams of magnesium. And how much caffeine?
200.
Two hundo.
This is
It
200
is 200.
of a concoction of green coffee bean and green tea extract. So it is both. And some people like that because of last longer effect. So do I think it's formulated perfectly? No, actually. Ooh, one ingredient in here I actually did not see coming. It's
Ashwagandha.
towards the bottom, Teach. Yep. I did not spot that in here whatsoever. So we have carbonated filtered water. We have potassium phosphate, which I didn't know was an electrolyte. I learn something new every day. And has more. We have more electrolytes in here. Electrolytes from sea salt and magnesium chloride. This is actually formulated pretty nice. I mean, we got vitamin B3, 6, and 12, all properly dosed, 100% of the daily value. Formula I can't complain about, really.
Now, I don't know who this person is, so excuse my ignorance. This
Uh,
is
Livy
Accelerator's
Dunn.
Cotton Candy by Livy Dunn. I have no idea who that is. She is apparently a
She
23-year-old American influencer and former artistic gymnastics.
Yes, she was a very well-known gymnast at LSU, and her boyfriend is MLB Cy Young Award winner Paul Skeens, who is a phenom. And if I had to compare him to any starting pitcher, so it's in the realm of I'm gonna say probably like a Roger Clemens or a Justin Verlander, somewhere in that category. Because I just look at him and I see the stuff, and he is just a phenom. He is gifted. And whenever those two decide to have a baby, that baby's going to be able to do anything but walk on water. The genetics are just supreme.
So, Accelerator Cotton Candy. Salute.
Salute. Hmm. For accelerator cans, it's actually kind of bad
Oh, really?
because I've loved everything Accelerator has made so far.
I'm
I've
taking it you
tried
don't love
their
this.
red, white, and blue. I've tried their orange ice pop. I tried their cherry ice pop.
And you don't love this?
7-Eleven. It's good, but then like it's just like it's like, this is good, then disappears.
Now, mind you, I'm not trying to exaggerate how good this is because I don't think this is the best cotton candy ever. I do think this is very light. But I do think for the actual cotton candy taste, it is fairly well done, but it is very light. I don't think it's the best cotton candy out there. I certainly don't think it's a bad cotton candy.
It's not a bad can. It certainly doesn't taste burnt like Bang cotton candy did, which is like the best example is Rise cotton candy. The
I don't think
worst is Bang cotton
I
candy.
don't think anything's ever gonna top the Rise cotton candy.
I'm at that feeling where nothing's gonna top the Rise, and that's just gonna be our gold standard where we're gonna compare everything. I will label this as a 4.0 at best, maybe 3.9
That's
on a
high for
low end.
you. For
By
for someone who says he's very meh on this, that's kind of high for you, my guy.
Yes, and I know I usually don't pivot or teeter-totter for it. It is good. I just think when we taste a cotton candy energy drink, we think of, uh, the Glitch cotton candy when the ratio is right and the Rise cotton candy. We also had the Alani cotton candy that was good, and I think that I think I would prefer that over this personally.
You know,
It's a little close.
it would be a little hard to do right now because of one of them.
Agreed.
Well, if you and I could both find Rise Con Candy, I would love to put Rise Con Candy, this Con Candy, and the Alani Con Candy up to the test one against each other, kind of like how we did with the white flavors. Because personally, I
Oh,
feel
dude,
like,
we got a case of I bought my boy a case of these along with some sneak samples, everything else. So if we're gonna have a cotton candy showdown for next show, oh boy, I am down. I am down for it. We're gonna find out which one's the best.
but
One, two, and
we'd
three.
have to be able to find the Rise Con Candy.
Doable.
Maybe for you, it'd be a little harder for me.
Me, me, I think it's doable. But we
But
got time. Thankfully, we got time.
but I do think this is up
But
there. For my first time trying Accelerator, I'm not overly impressed, but I'm not disappointed. It is a little light, does fall a little flat. The flavor is there, but you are right. It is just like eating zebra gum. The flavor is there for 5 seconds and then it's gone.
that that's kind of where I was going from this. And speaking of zebra gum,
Seven
I
two,
love how you brought that up
seven
because
two.
that's still pretty good on your end. I believe so. W just came out with a tub today. It's called Nostalgic Rainbow Sherbet Pop. But everything he said in the email kind of pivoted over to zebra stripe gum.
Ah, so it'll be gone in 5 seconds. Got it.
Possibly. Possibly. See what else we got here today.
Now for the other main eventer, Relly has kindly and graciously sent me the Accelerator and the Celsius Essentials Blue Crush. How does this Celsius differ from the other Celsius cans, Mr. Relly? Not flavor wise, but in general, because is this really different from the 12-ounce cans? Or is it the same brand, like
Yes.
formula?
So, that's actually higher in caffeine. I believe that's a 270 for caffeine. Take a look on there.
You're right, it is
But it's not
270.
300, but so I was right. I remembered correctly, 270. So, the way that I remember describing it is they had 4 flavors. There was a blue raspberry, a cherry lime, a dragon fruit, a fruit punch, and there was a mango tango. I think they stopped making the mango, which I think was a little disappointing. And I think Teachwood really liked the mango tango. But I don't believe it was on Amazon at the time, and I was disappointed. And I go, damn, where do I pivot? And I go, you know what? Reason why they made these is because they make a very good blue raspberry, and they wanted to say your classic energy drink feel, I guess, if that makes sense. They wanted a classic energy drink kind of feel for the brand. So they just made this small line. I personally put that in the I remember that being somewhere in the 4-star category, personally. But let's see what you got. I'll
So,
shut up and have you indulge.
because I've never had one of these, for the Celsius Essentials nutrients, you have 10 calories, 5 milligrams of sodium, 50 milligrams calcium, 60 milligrams of vitamin C, 1.7 milligrams of riboflavin, 20 milligrams of niacin, 2 milligrams of B6, 6 micrograms of B12, 300 micrograms of biotin, and 10 micrograms of pantothenic acid. Also, you don't see it too often, 50 micrograms of chromium. Now, I hope this is not like the other Celsius can because I have come to find out that I'm not big on Celsius.
Well, I also know you're not a seltzer guy.
That don't smell good.
Smells good.
No,
Woo!
no, no, it
That's
don't
a
smell good.
plus.
No, 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 no. That does
It
not.
don't smell good.
No, that does not smell good. This smells like
Interesting.
blue raspberry candy medicine.
Oh, don't tell me I got you a skunk can. God damn it, Amazon.
Are these known to be hit or miss?
I haven't had a bad experience with them. The once in a blue moon I've grabbed them. No pun intended.
See, and that's the reason why I forever love this show, my friend, because you and I can have different palates and it's a okay. There's stuff you like, there's stuff I don't like, there's stuff we love, there's stuff we don't love. Something like Celsius is something
But
you might like a little more than I would.
it just sucks because when there's so I can't tell you when's the last time a Monster or a Red Bull can was hit or miss.
You
But it
know,
seems like we're getting more hit and miss drinks with age.
a wise man once told me, Mr. Riley, different strokes for different folks. Salute.
Wow, this is gonna be a pain right here.
Is it supposed to be just blue raspberry?
Yes.
Hmm. You can definitely tell it's a sparkling water.
Really, it's not supposed to be that way.
Well, I can definitely tell it's sparkling water. It does have like a little bit of it to me, and this is a weird analogy, but the best way I can feel like I could say this, the flavor and the taste that I'm getting from this is if you just took a glass of regular sparkling water and you took one Sour Patch Kids blue raspberry gummies and you put it in the sparkling water and you let it sit, swirled it around a little bit.
So it's like essence essentially, or melt a blue raspberry into a thing.
Yeah, it has a little bit of an aftertaste, just a little bit.
Oh, by the way, I still have a Ghost Blue Raspberry can, for when you'd wanna find one as well.
I haven't been able to. I've been looking. I've been able to
That's
find
unfortunate.
grape crayon more than I've been able to find the blue ras. I have been able to find
I
the
can't say that's a
strawberry and
bad thing.
cream more than the blue ras.
Ooh.
I mean, yeah, sure, but like nowhere around here has been able to get the blue ras.
Raspberry and cream, but yes.
Honestly, for me, I don't think Celsius is it for me in my lifetime on this planet. I will review all of them that I have to for the show, but for me, this is a solid 6.2. I'll even give it a 6.3. 6.3.
6'3".
Just have a little bit of an aftertaste. The flavor's kind of weak. I don't think I'm huge on sparkling water
That's
or seltzers.
that's so weird, man, because when I grab those from the gas station, I taste a classic energy drink taste. Like you grab a Monster, a Red Bull, a Rockstar, you get that taste that you're supposed to expect. That's what I got. I don't get like this seltzer or anything else. I get a regular energy drink.
I'd rather just drink this.
Although, if I'm being honest with you, like when the box comes, I do have stuff to send you because I mean, I do have some more accelerator to be in that box for the two of you. Of course, if Recon wants to try some, she's welcome to as well. Because I mean, again, I know it's a smaller brand. I know it's got a like they have Livy Dunn, they have Travis Kelsey. I know a lot people don't know about them, but they make a very good product. Like, especially now I'm at work and I'm sipping this throughout the day, and I I feel like the mojo going. I feel cool, calm, collect, and feel like I'm in my fighting stance, just able to do what just swag. I got this. Let's bang it out.
Supposedly, Travis Kelsey is a prominent investor in Accelerator. He's
Even
apparently
better.
an owner.
Did not know. I thought he was just a I thought he was just a sponsored athlete or it was an endorsement of such. That's odd to me.
I say, but from this in 2023, Kelsey and his brother Jason and Aaron Judge invested in the brand.
Didn't okay, so I didn't know Aaron Judge invested into the brand. That's my guy. That is my king.
Is that your guy? Who's Aaron Judge?
Aaron Judge is a Aaron Judge is the man.
Who's Aaron Judge?
The captain of the New York Yankees.
Ah,
Ah, major investor and brand ambassador. Got it. I'm not sure. Accelerator Active Energy produced by A-Shock. Ah. I forgot A-Shock became Accelerator. Because I know I think it was being promoted in Paul Rodriguez's park at some
who's
point.
the
I
team we
forget
don't
when.
like?
The Dodgers.
Yeah, fuck the Dodgers.
Like I said, man, there's some sports takes that people like, and there's some people where I got into a basketball conversation with some people recently, and I pissed a couple people off, man. Kobe Bryant is not a top 10 player of all time.
Who?
Kobe Bryant.
Wow. We're talking basketball?
Yes. Kobe Bryant is not in my top 10 of all time. Number 2 for shooting guard, but not a top 3 player of
Alright.
all time.
Where's MJ falling there?
MJ's number 1.
My man.
Yes, I actually, like, wrote down the list, and I actually just, like, went down the list, and there's a lot of people that were not
Is
they
LeBron
were
on this
not
list?
exactly common collective. Yes.
You're gonna fucking put LeBron on this list, but you're gonna leave Kobe off? The disrespect you're doing to Kobe right now. He is flipping in his grave.
No, it's not no, it's not disrespect. Not disrespect.
Hell just froze over.
And hell can freeze over because, again, you gotta if you look at the list and you would go and you look into it deeply, and that is why I like ranking basketball players by position because everyone properly gets their flowers. Like, for example, if you're a Gen Z and I tell you Kevin Durant is not a top 10 player of all time, they might get upset. Well, if I say they're the number 3 best small forward of all time, they go, "Oh, thanks, bro." It just is what it is.
Then again, I don't know basketball, so
But yes, if we're going by all time, I do not have Kobe Bryant in my top 10.
it's a fucking shame.
And that for controversy, but that's okay.
What sport do you
because
not
at
watch
the
the
end,
most? Hockey?
unfortunately, I'm not able to watch hockey the most.
Well, let me guess. You're just
And I'm pissed off.
basketball, football, and baseball.
I'm primarily baseball and football, but hockey when I can. I don't have the season pass just simply because it gets so much. During the winter when you're trying to watch football, basketball, and hockey at the same time, it's a lot. But I do try to follow the New York Rangers, and I'm fucking pissed because the general manager hit the reset button 2 years too early, sends out a letter last week saying, sorry that we're disappointed, everything else. And I'm one of the many of millions of Rangers fans saying, take this letter that you're putting on socials and print it out and wipe your ass with it and better yet go fuck yourself. I'm one of the millions that are telling them that.
Now,
Some literally, some just in the back of their mind.
now the real question. Let's let's talk about real athletes. Who's your favorite all-time wrestler?
Favorite all-time wrestlers. This WWE only?
Be any.
If
WCW,
I had to go
ECW.
if I had to go all time, and it sucks because a lot of people didn't get to see his prime years in the big promotion, but when you get to see the real matches that he was able to do in his 20s, moves that he's not able to do anymore, but he's still going in his 40s, probably AJ Styles.
I respect that
Because
answer.
when you got to see the phenomenal one, like again, because I remember a lot of people now, some people will say that WWE peaked in the late 2000s, and I could understand where they're going from that. And there's still some people that are still trying to be nostalgic and they still watch some of the old Dudley and Hardy tables matches, which I love those. Let's be honest, the old table matches. And it got to the point where it goes, you got to drive your opponent through the table offensively. Otherwise, just get a shorter match that's not that much hype. But seeing those two go at was great. But when you get to see these big brawlers, similar to Cena, Edge, uh, Jericho, Angle, but when you saw the athleticism of AJ Styles, like front flip to the rope, back on his feet into a moonsault onto the mat for the pin, there's not a lot of wrestlers that are able to do that. But when AJ Styles, or if it was young in his career or older in his career, I just think when you were able to go with his athleticism, his strength, his range, his ability, longevity. It sucks because I saw those years where I saw AJ in those absolutely horrendous storylines. And then when his contract went up, they said, we want to basically pay a half. And he said, go scratch. Traveled to that Japan tour, went to New Japan, was part of that Bullet Club, reigned for a little while. Then free agency hit. And then as soon as that Royal Rumble music came on and I saw that leather jacket, I'm like, I hope that the world, because I remember so many people in the comments in the 2010s are like, he's only good in TNA. What are you going to do? Who cares? I saw those people and I kept those receipts. And you can take just him being at like pushing 40 to now, this short amount of years, and say, oh, yeah, he should be a Hall of Famer.
For the record, he's still looking good and he's still doing impressive uh, wrestling. But more importantly, you, Mr. AJ Styles fan, you should definitely tune in next Saturday.
I will try to.
because next Saturday is the Rumble, where he is putting his career on the line, and he did state last year that this year would be the year he retires. So it is heavily speculated he might be retiring next Saturday.
So now it comes down to who's going to be retiring him?
Gunther, the man who
Who?
retired Cena. Gunther. Gunther.
Listen, I don't mind him. It's just that I don't know if it's just being force fed or not. You know what I mean? I know John Cena was being force fed to a lot of people, but a lot of people came around to him after a long time. And even people that were anti Cena for 20 years were good on the farewell tour, seeing him go out in the sunset. But I remember during that time where John Cena took off a wristband and handed it to Roman, saying, basically, it's your time now. And everyone's like, oh, great. We know where this is going. And some people liked it, some people didn't. I remember seeing a house show, seeing The Shield back when they first came out. And I truly said, let's give these guys a chance. I had no idea who Roman Reigns was. I had no idea who Ambrose or Moxley was at the time. But I thought that all three of those guys were talented, and I'm glad that they were able to have decent careers. But you know what I mean? The wrestling's tough, man. I got to meet Jeff Hardy when I was 17 at a TNA house show. Good, genuine guy. I just think that his demons get to him and he needs guidance. I think it's almost like it's almost like he needed a life coach on the road, if that makes any sense. And there's some people that don't find the sobriety until later. I will give you a great story of why I never gave up on Jeff Hardy. It's 2004. MLB draft time comes around. Number one overall pick in the MLB draft. 18 years old, out of shortstop, born and raised in San Diego. The San Diego Padres select. That's right, his hometown and favorite team. Matt Bush. 2 weeks later, arrested for one of several alcohol related arrests. And it got down to the point where he was a minor leaguer for, because again, he bounced around, he had to convert to a pitcher, all these things. He ended up getting drunk and he hit somebody on a motorcycle. He went to prison. And there ended up being a scout one time because he was on a work release program. He brought catcher's gear and everything, and he just wanted to talk to him for a while. And at his job on the lunch break, he was using the parking block as a curb, throwing to this guy in the parking lot, hitting like 90 miles an hour with an ankle bracelet on in the fucking parking lot. Eventually, he goes to the minor leagues, and eventually, at age 30, mind you, he got drafted when he was 18. Between prison and everything, age 30, Matt Bush is signing a contract to professionally debut the Texas Rangers, but there's two clauses to that contract. He is now allowed to drink or consume alcohol or operate a vehicle. Those are the terms, cut and dry. And he stayed dry, and he had a good career run. But again, they had somebody, a very sad story. Josh Hamilton, I got his book around somewhere. Another just kid that just lost his parents, went on the wrong path, went in the wrong crowd. And I don't give up on people, man. And when it comes down to somebody like Jeff Hardy, or in that case, Matt Bush, some people just need somebody more stable in their life. And a little more control or nudge than others. Because Jeff Hardy could have been the best wrestler of all time that never hit his ceiling. But I'm not going with hypotheticals. Now, when you got guys like Edge, AJ, all them. But if you think about it, what happens if he doesn't leave TNA? Does he leave TNA because of the drug testing? He got suspended for TNA for showing up drunk at a pay per view and the main event bombed. That was Victory Road 2000, early 2010s. But yes, there was a lot of things, man. Like a lot of things held Jeff Hardy back, and it was injury related. I remember there was a motocross incident. On pay per view, he goes to Swanton Bomb off the cage, throws his back out, and he's still wrestling through it. There's a lot of factors.
And he's still going.
Yes, and thankfully, tag team and those guys could take a little time off and such. I hope the TNA schedule suits them. I mean, some people are calling TNA now a retirement home, but when TNA was in its prime years of the early 2000s to the mid 2010s, it was a very good promo. Although me personally, I think when AJ left, it started to go downhill a little bit.
I believe that.
If that makes any sense.
Any last second topics you would like, Mr. Riley?
Uh Trying to think of something now, and I gotta stop sipping this cotton candy. I fucking got work tomorrow. uh I know I'm at my desk and I'm working at my desk after this, but that's I gotta have to fill up my water.
It is good to drink your
Better yet
water.
for you, Teach. Yes, I've been drinking plenty of this today as I've been grinding throughout the day and giving my best Arnold impersonation with the snow and icing my knee while I've been doing so. You know how it goes, man. I'm using my legs instead of my back, thank God.
As you should.
Uh, I guess a topic for you because it is the elephant in the room. I said I wasn't going to address this, but any glitch updates you can tell the people. Just because I think it's good for a partner to state whatever he's got to state.
Nope.
So just say work in progress, I guess.
I that's all I can say. I don't know anymore, even in my stance. So again, all we know of is that there's been a large transition period, and that they were trying to get transition to finish wish by the end of January and get stuff going into February. I don't know sincerely any more info, even under NDA. I've not been told anything more than that. And my
I
biggest
will
thing
say,
as a point, which I will point out, is that
progress behind the merch.
is I don't think people understand how much time it can actually take for a company to transition into another company, when it goes from one hands to another, and how much time it also takes to have a new company go through the process of having their own stuff be done. Unless they were already preemptively planning this, it takes time for a company to actually create product, get labels going, get inventory together. Like, I think some people think this is a night and day acquiring, and it's not. These processes takes time. You have to go through lawyers, paperwork, contracts, get stuff patented, etc. All of the above. It takes time.
So to add off of that, here's a good comparison. You know the company Ubisoft, the game company that publishes Assassin's Creed.
Yep.
There has been news that they have scrapped 6 projects, one of them being a Prince of Persia remake or remaster. That is the only one of the six projects that have been announced publicly. Along so of those layoffs, I just found this out from an article. Guess how often does Ubisoft publish a new game? Every year? Every 2 years?
I don't follow them that much, but I would probably say every year and a half ish.
I'm just saying you work at a game store, so I'm just like every is it
Not
like
not
year and a
that kind of
half to
game
two
store.
years?
Not that kind of game store.
Yeah, I thought it would be I thought it would be a little
We
I
don't
thought
deal.
one would connect the dots a little, but anyhow.
I love video games, but I don't work with video games. I work with nerdy card
Gotcha.
games and nerdy plastics.
Cards, gotcha.
Yeah.
I thought it was both.
Nope.
After all these years, I thought it was both. Jesus Christ.
I mean, there are some game stores that are both to that degree. Our store just does not deal in video games.
Gotcha. So before I move on, is it true that Yu-Gi-Oh cards right now don't sell?
That depends on who you ask. That depends on what area you're in. That is a very wide open question. To just blatantly say they don't sell is ignorant because they do. It is still a top three card game. It is always and forever is going to be one of the three godfathers of card games. For us, for example, it's very hit or miss. I will put it to you in this easier way. There are sets in Yu-Gi-Oh where if there are very hot cards that players really want because they are really good cards for their decks, etc., they will sell like hotcakes. If they come out with a set that isn't desirable, it will sit on a shelf. It is very hit or miss. So you have that for the example. And then to just wrap this up, you have games like Magic, where Magic can release a new set consistently and it'll always sell at least a hot rate or at least a moderate rate. Yu-Gi-Oh's hit or miss always.
I was about to say because there's one card shop I saw in my algorithm, and they say we're stopping the sale of them because they don't move, they sit still.
And that
So after these are gone, they're gone. Which I totally could understand it because when I think of cards being on the move right now, if it's not Magic or Pokemon, what are we doing?
if you have a Yu-Gi-Oh community, they can sell great. If you don't have a Yu-Gi-Oh community, then yes, it will sit.
Exactly. But anyways, moving past what I was saying before, how many employees do you think Ubisoft employs? How many employees do you think they have?
3 to 400.
I from the article, if this is true, 1100.
I could see it.
It said depending on what's going on, 200 jobs might be on the line or cut, which now brings it down to 900. But just think, let's say on the long end, that means 900 people, that's rounding down, are going to be responsible for having a game released in 2 years. So when we have these small development companies, like what's a good one? It's an indie game, but they've had a very good long. I used to play this actually, where they're an amount of employees. You know what game they've been having going strong? It ended up being a free game on PlayStation Plus, but it's been around since late February 2018. Deep Rock Galactic,
Mm.
which, by the way, it has a 4.4 out of 5 rating on PlayStation and a 10 out of 10 rating on Steam. A game that a lot of people have never even heard of. A game that I didn't hear of until I downloaded it on PlayStation Plus for free that month. Not a game for everybody. If you're short on time, I don't recommend playing it because of the way that it's, structured. Because I thought I've had a level take me a half hour. I had one take me an hour and 45, and I got frustrated and I turned the console off and went to bed. all these things. But yes, just because it's a big team or a small team doesn't mean you get the results. Now, I think that some people might be expecting a new release from Glitch come springtime, but I just want to put this on the record for everybody here, especially since I've already went down this rabbit hole and I said I wasn't going to speak of it. Teach and I have decided that we are not going to bring the glitch topic up unless we're going by old products or stuff that's not being made anymore. For example, we're going to compare these two at some point.
Well,
But as
the
far as new updates
the
on the
easier
brand,
way of saying it is that we're not bringing it up for the record of unless there's a new development, we will put that up. But there's nothing to bring up week after week at the moment because they're in the transition period.
yeah. So until there's new products or a new website, maybe we buy products to try for ourselves to see what they're doing. We got to see something for ourselves, and until it's public information, like if we the podcasters and you the audience are able to go to glitchenergy.com and see a new website with new products on there, that's going to be the time we're going to be able to talk about it, because the hypothesis and assuming and going down the rabbit hole, it's just going to drive us bloody crazy.
You
And
know,
I'm not running a bloody crazy train here.
I- to finish the show off, um, this way because I always love to bring this part up. Mr. Relly, if you could do me the kind favor, and if you still have the envelope with you, please show the audience the envelope of the amount of money you have made talking of the product. Because people always like to think that you were always getting paid off to talk about it. And mind you, they just went into a transition and now have new ownership. So this would be how much you have made from the previous ownership.
And look, it's even see through.
Yep. That is a joke I will forever love to beat like a dead horse. Borelli,
Hey, I'm just going to, we have our assumptions on who they were. We kind of wish that they would come around again because viewership is viewership, but there was no deal on the table.
never was.
Never was. Has there been people that have compensated us with a free product before? Yes. Has there been people to speak their mind and talk about products? Yes. Do we hope to have guests on sometime this year if they are able to tell it as it is? We shall find out. But in the meantime, we're going to continue being ourselves, continue to be blunt and honest, as well as charismatic and once in a while funny. If that applies to your humor, some it may, some it may not. But as I've told Teach before on a few occasions, and the same thing I will tell you, the audience, I am not going to pee on your feet and tell you it's rain. I'm not in the line of business to do so. I don't sell insurance, so that ain't happening.
And on that note, that's episode 182.
So, anyways, people, check out energydrinkcity.com and just scroll around, see what you like. So, for example, on my end, just browsing around, there's actually a company called 2XP Energy. And if I go into my cart right now, and this is before if or when I pull the trigger, some lists occur such as First Form Silver Lightning, 3D Energy Citrus Frost, A Bomb Kiwi Fallout, Gorilla Ultimate Original, Lost and Found Glacier Burst, and Lucky Energy Mango Pineapple. So scroll, see what you like. If there's anything you want us to review or something that you want to debate with us, we can. We take questions at any time. Comment down below, or I think head to Twitter is the best thing you can do personally. Just at us, and we will do what we can either right there or on the air. And of course, everybody, please, 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 it's wintertime. We need you to stay warm, stay healthy. You are loved, you are cherished. Remember that. You got people that care about you. So please make sure you eat. Make sure you stretch if you're sore. Drink your freaking water, caffeine optional. And hopefully, we see you next week. We love you, people. Have a good night. See you next Monday. In February, we go.